So tonight the session is going to focus on patience and timing. Just you, 2, 3, 4, and everybody else. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both hands. 1,
Okay.
3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. With a bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nikki. 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably relax your elbow. Just let it hang. Yes. Too much muscle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, when you're puny like me, it goes right down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Right. Rolling. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. This is new. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. That's the same. 1. 2. Good. Okay, let's put here on there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good solid. 2, 2, 1. Oh, it counts as every step. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Never. So let your weight shift onto the front leg and let your upper body be carried by that forward movement. We don't want to be moving our upper body. We don't want to be stationary. It's not just an arm movement. It's a transference of our center. That's it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. With a bit of intention this time, okay? Be very purposeful about where you're directing your energy towards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Leave it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this time you're going to travel. Oh, this is going to go 1, 2, yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Silent. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So try to make sure there's none of that going on. If you just let your arms relax, it's there. When you drop your hand, it should fall towards the front of your body. So if you drop it, it smacks you there, you're not quite very much. So just when your hands just hang, they're slightly in front of your body. If you just let them drift up, they're slightly in front of your body. The only thing that's different is that we've opened one hand up when we're doing that. Yep. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, as we're moving, we're letting our hips carry our upper body. So if I'm swaying in the top part of my body, I haven't quite got it right. What I'm shifting is from that leg through the center, back to that leg. Hopefully the camera will not tell me a lie and my body's straight. That's what I'm aiming for, but you guys out there will know whether I got it right or not. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're seeing so we're behind. And behind. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in a minute we're going to go in front. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Right, here we go. Behind. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Travel more. 1, 2, 3, 4. More. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well traveled. Okay, now in front. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I went in front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay. Side corner. Any corner. I'm going to try into the centre. So 1, 2. Okay. Yes. Ready. On the count. Are we ready? Steady. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Four legs. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. You ever tried to grab hold of something to go over like that? It's really difficult. Or a power comes up from doing that. Okay, so we're going to look at timing and patience. Why? What relevance does that have to Aikido? Why might I want to focus on that? Answers from the floor if you want. So you can open up your mic and offer something if you want to.
Timing's everything. And being patient, waiting for the right time is all important.
Okay, yes. So one of the, Absolutely. One of the biggest mistakes you see is that people want to get the technique done. They see the attack, they know what they're going to do, and they want to get to the end and solve the problem as soon as they can. But when they rush at it, what happens is they don't solve the problem, they create it. There's always a perfect timing, and there's always a sequence of events that has to take place to get this right. All right, so Pete, if I borrow you, I'm going to come Kotabash, right? And you're going you're going to do Kotabash. This side. Okay, so you're going to do the technique. I don't want to come faster, come slow. Good. Yes, very good time. Okay, so you did that really, really well. So this time, what we're going to do is you're going to come around to me. Right? Good. Like that. Or you're going to try and do it. Or you just perfectly exhibited how I don't want to do that. One. So I've got him. While he's thinking about doing the technique, he's opened himself up to the attack. I'm waiting for me to come around. I can't stack, I can't attack. And you never got the chance to attack their eye because your timing was really, really good. You have to wait for your partner to arrive to get the technique right. Okay, so it's a question I've often asked. Who decides the timing of the movement?
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It decides the timing, okay? So what determines how quickly I come in, would you say? On the mat when we're practicing, let me qualify that.
Standard.
Yes. So what I'm capable of and what I'm facing. Right, so Pete, if you can do my bouquet again. Never seen this bloke in my life. No idea what he's capable of. So do I rush in there like a crazy lunatic when I don't know how much power he's got? No, I don't. I was tested. I come slowly. I'm in real control of myself. And have chance to be in control of himself. Okay, that worked. That was fine. So I can perhaps come a little quicker. That's a little bit. Okay, so you've got some space. Okay, so just so you can see, when you're here, don't jump next to your side. Just a matter of interest, can you pull that away? Not that way. Ah, yeah, good. Okay, now start in front of me. Not so easy, right? So you want the person to be in front, and you want your back relatively loose, so that you can feel exactly. And you'll see you're bringing her on in a way that doesn't. She can stay there, but when I bring her out of center, she has to follow. Okay, so what you were doing is you were backing off. So every time you backed off, there was a stop, which made me stop, which made it not flow. Don't back off, walk around. Walk around the outside of it. That's the end of it. Right, okay, so you two have a go here, please. So it's up to you to decide what pace you come in. Up to you to match it. And stay calm. From the outside still, please. So it's here. I want you to bring her into there. So she can slowly punch. I'm going her into my centre. So she comes slowly, she comes straight there, right? So I disappear, but I guide her into my centre because I started that next circle. And I bring around. It's better. Okay. There's a little bit of you before her into your centre. There's a little bit of you that's watching her. And while you're watching her, you're not giving all your attention to bring her around. So I know where she is because I can feel it. Look where you want to go. And I'll create more energy. I hope. Yeah. That's better. Okay, how did that feel compared to the last one? Much more zoom. Okay, your turn. And at the end, common mistake, we went backwards. So what direction, if he's good looking, he'll go forwards. So when I step backwards, you go forwards. Yes, not through the safety glasses. Either way. Okay. So hold your center ground. I'll get out of your way. That's better. Yeah, good. When you're ready and able, you can come and join the attack. Laura, can I borrow you? Right, so you're not attacking next to you, and come slowly. The other hand, please. Oh, she's fine, but I just want to make it easy on that angle. So don't do this. I'm not looking to grab this. What happened when I did? You stopped, right? Her attack is what line? That line. I wanted to carry on going that line. So what I do is marry it up, join with it. So she's punching. I'm going to disappear, but I'm going to join that energy forwards. How that, instead of stopping the movement, brings her into the technique. Okay. Put it together. So Laura will attack, and then Pete will attack. Laura will attack, and then Pete will attack, and then you'll do the same to Laura. Okay, you did it out of your center, but not bad. You held yourself to the ground, very good. Okay, so ideally, we create the energy so that he ends up on the end of attack. Sometimes you have somebody who splits up, they can obviously just then, but you do, you get people who don't really want to come forward, or sometimes you make a mistake, or I make a mistake, and he comes to a stop because your energy is not flowing forward in the same way. So, make a mistake, he stops. Well, I can give up now, or I can step in front and I'll give you. But very hard to do it from here. So I've got to come to here. So better to get to the end, not perfectly, but still it's practice. Okay, off we go again. We got it. Yes, go on. Go on. That's very good. More in the middle. Okay, so you're bringing her forward. Okay, so you're coming. You don't want to disappear over here straight away. You actually want her to disappear in this direction because the whole body wants to be agreeing where she wants to go. I can see your brain working. Which way am I supposed to step? You did step in the right direction. That's good. So for the sake of practice, 1, 2, and then you go. 1, take a step, and then carry on with it. Slow enough for those to draw away.
It's Tenkan, isn't it?
Yes. But you're not trying to get behind them because basically they're going to pass you like a ship in the night. You don't want that. Not quite enough of a step forward. You step inside, which is better than stepping backwards. Step. Yes. Did you see how you created fluidity there that wasn't there in the one before? Okay. Right. Okay. So timing is everything. Oh, I got my timing wrong. Oh, I got my timing wrong. Now I have to, sorry. I need to be with my partner and aware of what she's doing. Yes. So we're connected before we leave the sausage. And my mindset is, where's she want to go? What's she looking at? I'm going to bring my whole body into it, and they're off. But my energy needs to be synced with hers. So, just a second. So we're connected. I feel her intention coming in. I want to blend with that. Yes? And I don't want to be too soon, because otherwise I'm going to expose my back. And I don't want to be too late, because otherwise I'm going to get hit. So I have to be there. So you decide what speed to come in. My mind I can't make my mind up as to what I'm going to do. I just have to be there. Maybe a shade too fast. Okay, so you mess with your partner, come at the speed you want. They've got to match it exactly. Try to get this connection between you. Work out where the energy's going, blend with that, and then the rest of the technique will follow. Okay? Alrighty. We'll give them that end of that, shall we? See what's outside of your body? So there, I can stop.
So a long time since you was that.
Still a little bit. So as you turn, so it's there. Come very slowly. We're going to blend. Notice it's now in front of my center. And I keep it. So when you get that blend, it's just as you miss. So now it's right in front of my center. Yep. Does that make sense? That when you're turning, you need to. Yeah.
Are you taking him from the inside and outside, or
Again,
according
Steve.
to what's happening?
Say that again.
Are you taking him from the outside inside, or doesn't it matter?
Caitlin's coming with Manetsky. And I'm
Right.
turning
Yeah.
away, and it's my left hand meeting her right hand.
Okay, so you're going from I am then. From
That's yeah. That's right. Very good. Yes, nice. Oh, no, that was good. But when I got to the end, you're holding me up, and that's when you should be saying to me, "You want to touch me now? Come on in." So give you the chance by letting your hands go. Control.
So the first movement is getting out of the way, isn't it?
First thing always to get out of the way. That might be enough. Carry on my journey. Could be all I need to do. She might not be interested in carrying on the attack. Hi. So I want this opportunity. I'm looking for it, but no chance that time. Just turn. I don't want you to miss by a mile. I want you to be real close to me. And so we're controlling you here in a way that I haven't here. So just take it with you. Yes. Yeah, I've got no control if you're away from my body. But if you're next to it, firstly, you can't get away. Secondly, where I go, you're there. So, don't need me to miss by a mile. If I'm coming on, so I'm going to target up. So I'm coming. I'm going to stay on that line. Yes. And that turn of the body is all you need to get into this. And the more I think, yes, it's there, I've got it, the more distracting it is when you suddenly disappear. Push down, Laura. And then it goes on. Oh. Helpful to start. Just get on with it. Your hands are here. Because then when you turn, they're going to be in the right place. You're not going to have to look for me because they're going to be there anyway. And you're extending, so if I blend with that, hard to come in actually. Yes, that's no harsher. Up again. So what we're tending to do, first the blend at the beginning is really good. That was nice, and then you're trying to hold the tension. Can you feel the tension in my body? So if I take you there, you don't get the feel. Obviously, I'm not going to stop there, but this is the place I want to be. Because I want to create this little space, you need to move. This becomes the centre of the energy movement. That's nice. There. Wait, patience. And now you're going to stop now. You're ready to stop. You create enough momentum to bring you around. Stop and wait. Relax. Thank you. Wait. You want to do that technique. So if you wait, well, yeah, it could be. Could be 2 circles before you feel it's ready to do the move. Yeah, but often 1/2 circle will be enough. Nice. So, you do a 1/2 circle with your feet, right? But in your mind, I'm going round and round. Complete the circle with your mind, but only a small movement with your body.
It's a bit like internal water flow.
So it doesn't have to be round and round and round. Okay, ready? Okay. Slow. Here comes Shira. So I think this is a much misunderstood form. People say, why would you do a Shiro from here? Answer, you wouldn't. It's stupid. Okay, they're never going to try and get behind you when you're facing them. No, it's just not smart. When she thinks she's got a chance from the side, yeah, sure, she'll attack. She might attack from behind, or she might attack if I'm concentrating on this person and she thinks she's got a chance over here. Yes, good. So what I have to do for a Shiro technique is I have to open up. Yes, okay. So when she takes, it's going to be that hand, okay, so I do not, let's step that back. I do not do this. I do not pull my hand back to me. I let her push that to my side, right? This one, meanwhile, isn't passive like I just showed it. It's waiting. If she doesn't take it, don't take it. I can hit her. So that's why she needs to take it. As she takes it, I am going to be turning it. When there's no momentum, that doesn't have to step into her place. But with momentum, just as she, sorry, you're going to do the try that again. 1, 2. That. This is enough to whip around and create a movement. Okay, you're going to do some. That's nice. Yeah. Breaking on that again.
You're saying to cats.
Sorry, no. I'm not going to tap from there. This hand needs to be waiting here. Yep. Because you can't get that turn if it's already closed. That's nice. For this one, you have to exhibit a lot of patience, and your timing has to be perfect. Too late, and that won't affect her. Too soon, won't affect her. Hand position needs to be in the right place, and it needs to be just as she takes. Not 5 seconds afterwards, not 5 seconds before, just as she arrives. Okay? Okay, so, up a new one. And remember, you're not going to attack from here. You're looking for the opening, pretending you're not. Then you come. Same as you.
Just like a dancing.
She needs to just, yes. She needs to
All right.
There's a book called Aikido. It's just like dancing.
Hang on a second, Bianca. Say again.
There is a book called Aikido. It's just like dancing.
Oh, right,
Yes.
yes. It should look a bit like dancing.
Sorry.
So this one, yeah, this one will come up. That's a nice one. No. So when you get to the end, just have them hover on the bridge. Don't drop them. Okay. Okay, you turn around. This is the perfect place. She's right behind me. You can see that she's taken my balance. All she needs to do is put her hands by her side. Right. Good. How are you doing? Okay, Laura here. So you're going to come from behind this time. But what I don't want to do is, I let my upper body go. When this power comes, all of me goes, and then I'm going to disappear. Come back up. That's not going to work, is it? Because I've got nothing to do with her. That's not going to work either, because she's disappeared. My timing has to be just right on this one. Enough for her to pass me and for me to pop up before she disappears. Aha, you didn't be that side, did you? Okay, I'll have the lead paper. So, if this is Ministry of 7 walks time, right? You're walking along, you bob down, you bob up, and carry on. No turning, just down, straight up, like a cork that's pushed under the water. And when they let go, it bounces straight back up. Okay, this will be my call. So you haven't been one of those in a while. Nice. Okay. You over there. Roll it. Roll. Thank you. Okay, so just so each jump. Oh, then you can go. Sounds right. So she's centered, and I push. Not a lot happens. We've reached a stasis here. Her power and my power are matched. So I have to get this thing moving. So what I do is I roll that to get it on the move again. When you reach a stop, don't carry on. Change it. Wherever the stop is in whatever technique you're doing. Okay. No worries. Yeah. Nice. Yes. Okay, so feet behind you. Yeah. Hold on that. So. No, but forward a bit. So, down, up. Something's wrong now. It's really solid here. Good, good. Popped it up. So, up, over. How do you know? Put yourself in position. You're holding on, okay? You don't want to go down, so what does that tell us? He wants to go up, so go up. Yeah. Yep, always the truth. You can't do one direction, it must be another one, usually the opposite one. Okay, so I have got you. Yeah. So, the harder I am, the more you know what I'm doing, the more you're resisting. So keep on suffering. Just roll it around. So also if you put one. Strong point. Say that. Let's roll that right. Yes. Try again. Hard. Hard. Again. Excellent. You can't resist it, can't I, there? Okay, so now try and be supple. You can't be supple. Okay, so patience. Where are we going? Where are you going to lead me as well? So you're forcing that? Might be. This took care of itself. You knew the wall was there, and just you're trying to take me away from it too soon. Take it all careful. Okay, too much up. Roll around. Oh. What am I doing? Forcing. Did you want to go down? Not really. Very gentle. And forward. But he's rolling backwards for a reason. If I stay here, that's the end of it. As he's changed, I need to change. To stay with him. Okay, it's about maintaining the relationship. So there, some patience and sensitivity is required.
And blending.
Blending as well. We did blending last week. Should be perfect on that, yeah.
Yes.
Too hard. Still a bit too hard. How would you feel with the baby?
The baby.
Yeah, how gentle did you be?
Very.
Yeah, you should be going. The dog then. Gentle!
Be gentle.
You just saw through my arm. That's gentle.
Almost.
Almost, one more. Just so I can watch you. Take a break. Nice, nice straight line. Good. Okay, one thing. When you got down to the Aikido, your feet forward like this. Now that's not necessarily a problem, but it's a bit tense. And I always feel the more you touch, the more you feel, the easier it is to control. So now my fingers are pointing down. Well, I'm not using any effort, am I? If I point my fingers to the ground, you can feel me out. So the more it's a tender touch, the more power that there is. So this is the end of it, except I walk forward now. Yep. I've always wanted arms that stretch to the floor on demand, but they don't. They still only go as far as they hang, which is just below my waist. So at some point, if we're doing it at this speed, she will stop there. But she can't get up. We love the sound of that. Okay, all right, so let's do something else from Kushin Sanki. So you're going to take here, and then you're going to strangle me. Oh. No, it doesn't have to be good for sure. So change the angle on that. So, and this comes up my center line. So just as she's ready to strangle me, she ends up on the Sankyo. And I can go straight down again. So, this is going, my hand's going to come in, and I'm going to wait till she arrives. But I'm not being mindless. Okay? I'm extending a strong forwards. So when she arrives, it's like she's slammed into the door. Can you hit the door?
Yes.
Yes. Hands in the perfect position. Right in front of me, I can just drop this down my center line. And again, if it comes to a halt, don't panic, just walk. Where am I extending here? To the ground. Through what? Down her arm, through her shoulder. So if she tries to stand, she can't. If I drop down through her hand, so I was going down this line, she can stand up. But through the shoulder, no. So now I just have to walk. But when you're doing this on the movement, they'll disappear straight to the ground. Okay, so I'm going to go to Laura. The background is all yours. It's hidden from show. Laura's on the front screen.
Hello,
Okay, so you don't have to listen to me, just wait for me. But so just to show, I'll stop the drop there. So people can see that I am actually trying to strangle you. That's what I want to do. That's what's in my mind to do. Because that hand doesn't stop there, it carries on up her center line. I don't get that. It whips me a bit further round. As you'll see, I now can't get there. Yeah, I'll try to show that from behind. Just can't get there. And now I've arrived straight on my power. I hope.
Is that Sankyo or Yonkyo, Quentin?
Thank you.
Sankyo?
Thank you. Here. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm not attacking here for Yonkyo. I'm sending energy to her shoulder. This line. So it gets very uncomfortable. Right? So she wants to go away from it. Yeah. A few things about Sankyo, which I've shown before, but I'll remind. You can grab anywhere, right? But when you grab both hands on the fingers, what tends to happen is people wrench the fingers, which upsets her, hurts her, and actually, as you see, she saw a hole there and she comes at me. So my desire and suggestion is that you hold here. The reason being because I can twist as hard as I like and it has no impact. So it doesn't really hurt her. And I will get used to the idea that I don't need to use this hand. This is just a frame. This is the one that sends the energy back. It keeps her away. Would you like to punch me now? Yep. So it's here. So notice that my energy goes to her and what it does when I do. So when my hand's pointing at you guys, she's nice and upright. As soon as I direct it to her, she starts to travel back. So I know there are lots of ways of doing Sankyo. I don't like this method. It's very uncomfortable for the recipient. So she's just a bit too comfortable. If she relaxes, can you come into me? Yes, she can come into me. I don't want her to come into me, so I make sure she can't come in. Want to come in? Okay.
It's key extension, isn't it?
It is key extension. Exactly. It's not strength. One finger. Yep. So if I push with one finger hard, that just hurts my finger. If I direct my feeling towards her, then she'll go back. Much more comfortable though, when you pretend like you're shaking hands. So the feeling should be the good vibes that you give when you're giving a nice handshake. There's no air between us. I'm making good connection. Yep. All right. That's nice. Don't look there too much. And then you went down. Wait there. Now I'm there. You want to wait for that moment. So my movement's continuous. Yeah. There'll come a point where I smash into the wall of the kid and I go up onto my toes. That's when you're going to take me down. Just be a little more patient. Yeah. Patient. There it is. So your timing is creating here, first by the initial blend, so then by being patient and waiting for him to arrive. Wait, there it is. Yeah. We can find action second. Yes. So this is no good. So this comes from basic, just hold. Right, so I have to go to her. If she's just static, then she might be something. But if she's a little bit, I can wait. So what do I feel when she grabs my wrist? Is there any pressure that's trying to collapse this? If there is, I'm going to respect that. I'm not going to resist it. I'm not going to be Mr. Immovable here. Tessie, this is not what I want to do, not on this occasion. I'm going to respect it. Right, so, but if she's coming faster, faster. If I wait for it to hold, it's going to be too late. So I have to be ahead of the train. I'm not going to get to grab. It's going to be carrot in front of the donkey. Okay, so it just has to be a little sooner. But can you see on the last technique we were working on coming up the center line for that Aikido? It's going to be exactly the same. Up the center line and back. If it comes out and past my center line, that's what's going to happen. So my timing has to be out just so she arrives. She gets it back. And then we can make it smaller. A little circle there. And then we can make it smaller still. Okay, so there's still a circle going on in my head, but it's in a much smaller space, but it's much more dynamic. Right? But we'll do the longer one. Okay. So everything's determined by my pace.
I think it's better have some on that.
Okay, so you go on the arm here. You want it there. Right? If it's there, it's like a bar for you to push against, like a bar for you. If it stays close to your body, what it does is it sucks me in. So that you can go. No bar to push it. Close to your body. Yes. Yes.
Sorry.
Feel away from me. Roll away from the body. So now, you. Relax. Relax. So it's all very fluid. If this becomes stiff, again, I feel it, I push against it. You have to be soft, soft, soft. That's nice.
So we're on the side.
Very good.
So we're not coming down.
Soft, 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 soft. Yes! What I can't feel, I can't resist. No. No, it's really good. That means you have lots of key in it. Very nice. Remember that. Very good. I'm going to repeat.
Yeah.
Still too soon. Watch my face. That one you can pull to the ground.
Okay.
Push it through. So you don't do anything. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. Yes. So you're using more energy to create that circle. So if this comes away from the body like that, you give me like a bar to push against. So I can resist. If this comes Well, I'm still saying like that. It never gives me anything to do. Suck me in and then you rush. Patience.
Patience.
That's much better. Much better. Let me do the hard work for you. So, like your PE work, I do the work. Just allow it to happen. Yes. Good. Nice.
Sorry, it's okay.
She's lovely. Right, so partner grabs me from behind. This is not good news. I definitely don't want that. So as soon as she grabs, I come. And I bring my hands in front. So it might be that I bring her to me, or it might be that I need to step to her. Yeah. Thank you again. Video. Video. Yeah. Yeah. There's my young video. Not just a good one. For patience. So often it's started by an Ikkyo, down. If I go for it too soon, that's kind of what happens. Down, wait for the up. Now go down. Yep. You need for her to fully express the up to create the next down. Yep. If I try to go down, when she's going up, what do we have? We have a clash, and we have an example of bad patience. It doesn't work. So get out of her way and let her do what she wants to do. And then you can create a powerful Yonkyo that's not too painful. We don't like painful Yonkyos, do we? We've all had them done, right? But it's about following the line of power. And just like before, when I was saying, my arms, I'm not twisting my arms, don't go to the floor. If it stops here, can you get up? No, she can't get up because it hurts, but this is okay, but she's not down at the mat. So what do? Walk. Walk. If in doubt, walk. It's usually a good solution. Right, okay, your turn. Good. Which one are you going to do? What did you do? Which direction did your arms go?
I went
Forwards, right. So I'll go forwards as well then. But if you were to go down, there I go. Good. You have learned it, it's just not something to your body. Yep. And if your partner throws you about, it's very easy to resist it, right? So just relax and roll. We were talking last week about blending. So if there's any forwards in this, when she's not going forwards, her energy is either up or down. What we do not have is a blend. How do I know which way her energy is going at this point in time? I know, that's a down, that's an up, because arms don't hang here like that, unless your brain says, hold it up. So if someone's arm's fixed there, My first movement is to agree with that. Then I go down. If someone's arm is fixed there, and I go down, it doesn't work. Do that again. That is neither up nor down. It's back or forwards. Then it will work. You just respect what's going on with your partner. Notice what's going on with their body, and then follow it. If their arms like that, it probably means you made a mistake. You didn't create enough down to create enough up.
We've broken up.
Well, you broke it.
It's usually big possible.
Okay, I'll have to go with these. You have to go with that. Okay. So the first movement, bring your fingers with you. You'll notice so I can pull slowly back, change your fingers. That will immediately make it easier for you to do. Now it's giving you the time to connect you by stepping back. You also know you've made it because you're hitting. So now I can't pull you back. You can now take it forward. If you want to go forward, I'm hitching you. So at that point, it's really bad news. When I'm here, if I let go, what do you think? You'll just cover me. All right, you've got hands spare. So if I let go, I'm going to try and strangle these. So what next person I do? Let go. I'm going to try that. You'll just try and stop me doing that. You'll try and attack. No. You just keep reaching forward. Okay, that might work. So I need to hold on with it.
Yeah.
Because that could be a weapon. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, I think
You have to be in a position to drop them. So, yeah. Out of the way. I'm right on the now. Yes. So the left passing around release.
Yeah.
The more powerful. So the less movable parts, the less chance there is of something going wrong. So if you can do it in 3 as opposed to 5, go for 3.
sorry.
Good, let's have a see how these go. It's going to be brilliant, isn't it?
And we got it.
Just so we have to be a little careful, right? So my arm, as it drops, swings through an arc, doesn't it? It's a 90-degree arc. And part of that is going forwards. If my mind follows the angles at which it's falling, that's what will happen. She will follow it too, and I don't get to the end. My mind has to go down like a plumb line to the ground, although my arm will fall through this angle. And then she will go. There's no forward bit to follow. The energy is all going down. Right? Okay. So, here, so it looks like my edge is going forwards. And if I do that, it's really hard to do it. So forwards, lift, drop. The energy is up, down. Even though my arms are going to come forward, that's really because she's taking my arms with me as she's taking the forward. soon as I try to pull her through, this will break down. So I've already put it in front of the cue, we'll cue up behind you over here. And we will attack. Nice. Down into straight down. Yes. And down. Okay, water first. Oops. So obviously you don't want to step into her path. Go forward and down on one knee. Yes, good. Nice. Hello, friend. Good. Okay. Okay now. I know. Okay, so again, I'm going to use her energy. And there will come a point where I slide into this crease of the wrist here. Now that can draw her forward. If I don't want to, at this point, I drop and I turn. If I did that, I'm kind of in trouble. She can come back to the other side. My center turns with it. Meets the other hand. One turn. Right. Try not to get impatient. Try to do it now. Keep on turning it. You see her. And as she carries on, that will put it on. If she says, well, actually, I'm already uncomfortable, carry on a bit. I'm already uncomfortable here, going on is stupid, then I can do the final bit for her. Okay, so your hands are in front of you. You're going to let her in until she's powered, your arms cross her and you're in the crease of the wrist. Then you drop towards your center and you turn your hips. Right? One thing you need to get right. You need to go across the top. Hold on. That won't do anything. It needs to be there. Yep. When you're in control of these places, there's lots you can do. From here, I've got no control at all. You know, even if I want to go up, I don't let me go up. It's hard from underneath, so maybe that way. But here, I want her to go down. So, this doesn't, my hand movement, they don't change much as my body's turning until they drop. And then I go all the way around. Upper body stays still, still, still. Now there's the drop forward because of my body and down. Now we're always going to do a perfect jump. Yes, yes. Very nice. See, she did that just for you guys. That's what a sport she is. Okay, you just go around and go. Now I keep going. So you do find a lot of people when they're ukiing for shushi and nagi, just stop at some point. Not good. Nice. It's whatever I'm giving you, don't then, I suppose. That's determining the turn speed. Yeah. So if you decide the turn speed, you'll get into trouble. You have to let me decide the turn speed. Notice how close I stay to her. I'm trying to hit my centre. I stay as close to her as I can now. You'll see what happens if I don't. I have no control, and she might be making a mistake, but I can't do anything about
I
it.
think the wall's burst.
So I'm going to stay close. Hopefully, make a mistake. Oh, there was a mistake.
I'm not very flexible. I don't go that far.
That's lower. And here, I'm just going to pass across. I think when you see that on camera, you'll realise how close that was. I want us to think, got him. All right, so my initial energy is to her. And then I just pass across. Well, that's great, isn't it? But at the same time, I do that. And here, you need patience, timing, and sensitivity. Because you've got to know when to stop. Because even a flat hand into the face is very uncomfortable with a lot of energy. In fact, it would break the neck. If I came under her chin, kind of bang, that's the end of it. So I have to give her lots of intention to get that. If I don't put the intention in, this doesn't work as well. Now, actually, this is dangerous because she might not feel it now and she might bump into it. So, in order to be kind, you have to be cruel. Go for it. Yep. So very simple, but very, very effective. It looks quite dramatic, but you just need to be aware of where her face and her body is. You need to be sending lots of energy. And if she doesn't pick it up, you need to be able to pull it rather than mash her face. Okay? Cool, so Kevin. So you've got me here.
Remember,
You want to mash my face?
my face is here.
I'm meant to be sensitive to it.
You are.
Because you know the nature.
Yeah.
I will hit you.
Have you just apologized?
Stick with it.
So if I get a bit more attention, like that, I just follow. Well, naturally, we'll get out the way. If you're smart. If you don't, if you don't, I'll carry on. I'm gently get so, then down. Okay, go down. Next. Still going in.
And I'll settle in.
You're trying to be too kind, I think.
It's not a hard one. It's girls to do. So I like this better. It looks very effective, doesn't it? You're up in the bed, right? So that's the business and intention there. I have to do that. I can make you think I'm going to hit you. What's your best one? And I don't have time. Got me. Okay, guys. It's coming at me. I'm going out the way. There you go.
Well done.
How many girls and boys?
I'm snapping on the floor, isn't it?
Frankly, probably deserved.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So I'm going to take you. You have to have loads of intention on this. Right? Now here, one of two things will happen. As I come down, she will get out of the way. Because that's not good news. But if she doesn't get out of the way, I will make contact physically. If you don't defend, just you know. I'll make contact and I'll still go. Now you can defend. She's already back. I've made contact, not in such a face, but I can still get my feeling down. Right. So what you don't want to do is try and get over the top of her, because then what you do is that. At her, down. Probably should have taken just a little shimmy step there to stay with you. And do this side. Away from her feet. Where I want to be. Ah! Okay. All right. You can flip yourself on that. Yes. Okay. So basically, you're just going to. Okay, so it's not a slap. Your hands are slightly cut. There's a little bit of injection of energy there. Okay? Let's come to a little bit of pace. Next bit of a vibration. What makes a lot of noise? Actually quite pleasant to have itself done to itself. I can then go a speaker as well. Is it quite pleasant? Yeah, it's quite. Just a little bit of a back massage. So we'll work our way down the spine. Don't apply too much pressure because that hurts. Okay, go as far as it feels like there's no more real give, and then little circles with intention and cue. So I'm not just going through the motions talking to Kate and Harry today or this week. No, all my attention is going to Laura. It feels different when you give your intention to your partner. So I could talk to Caitlin, but I'm giving my intention really to, but best to give it 100%. The scapulars. So you'd like to have a go with Caitlin, I'll have a go with Pete. Be my guest. So. If they scream, you know you've done it too hard. Sometimes that's fun. But this is a good exercise. Mine is pleasant for your partner. It's a nice way to finish the session, but it's a nice way to develop sensitivity on how you can connect with your partner to do the most good and still keep it relatively comfortable. I also found this is a bit of a breath exercise. So the intention goes with your breath. Did you have a question, Bianca? Okay. You swap over. Finish. So knots. Stringy, that's what I am. Lovely, thank you. So, what have we left in this? Everything has the right time and place. Often in life we kind of try to jump in too soon. And actually one of the things that Aikido is all about is about giving yourself the space to come up with the right response. Okay. So think about sometimes when you get upset, you say things that you didn't really ought to have said, because you know it's not going to solve the problem. It might feel good in the instant you do it, but it creates a bigger problem than the one you started with. So just sometimes
The reaction has a reaction.
take a breath in a conversation. If the first reaction is just take a breath. There's no requirement to respond immediately most of the time. Yeah? And sometimes you can literally be silent, or you can say to the person, "Will you have something to say? Okay, I can see you're really upset." Okay, and that's buying you time to actually center and to come up with a response. So in Aikido, we take the space by stepping back or stepping out of the way. We create that space for ourselves. And if we keep that space and distance in the relationship right, we end up with a really nice, positive response. But you only do the final bit of the move when it's right to do the final bit of the move. Otherwise, all that good work you do before disappears. It'd be beautifully smooth, but if I end up by smashing them in the face, they won't thank me. They won't feel good about it. They'll just remember the smashing in the face, not the lovely bit where I didn't break their wrist. Yeah. So the whole thing has to be smooth and positive, and come on at a time where you can be smooth. It's one force against another, and that's what the impatience brings. It brings a clash of forces usually. Yeah. So that's why we want patience and time. Not just on the mat. A good illustration on the mat, but elsewhere. Run before you can walk, learn to stand, learn to crawl, learn to walk, learn, then you can run. If you try to go from sitting to running, well, what's going to happen is you smash on your face. Sure, you can feel the balance. Okay, Brill, let's come up together. Square, yep, perfect. Thanks very much.